Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how life works, especially when it comes to manifesting what you would love. If you make it to the end of this video or this video series, I haven't decided yet. I'm sure it'll be too long for a single video. I'm literally sitting down at my desk and I'm just going to go for it. When I do these lectures in person, sometimes they run 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I know that'll be way too long for one video. So if you make it to the end, if you get past the somewhat crude nature, and actually the crude nature of this video, I've got a whiteboard on my desk, my camera is pointing down, I'm going to draw, show some other graphics or whatever. So if you make it to the end and you actually listen to the material, by the end of this video or video series, you'll know exactly why your money is what it is. You'll know how to make more, you'll know how to manage more, you'll know how to build more wealth in your life financially. You'll know exactly why your relationships are what they are. You'll know why your family dynamics in your family, whether it's your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your kids, you'll know exactly why that is what it is. For those of you who love to research, dig through pages and pages and pages of information, pretty much 90% of what I'm going to share with you, you should be able to Google it and find pages and pages of information on it. We're going to just go through the Cliff's Notes version of physics, some physics probably, and some other items, but you can find it all out there. It's all out there. For those of you that are just straight up money-driven, get to the point kind of people, this video may seem a little esoteric. It may seem a little hippy-dippy. And that might turn you off, but you'll do yourself a favor if you stick around and go through this whole series. You will find yourself being much more masterful in your careers. I'm Gary Steele. I've been teaching this work for, well, I'm not going to give you years, I'm going to give you when I started, 1999. I've been teaching this work since 1999. I've had, at this point, thousands of people come through my programs. I've changed lots of lives. What I've discovered, one of the byproducts, because I'm kind of a money guy myself, so that's important to me. One of the byproducts is people who get it financially, they become millionaires. I make millionaires, man. That's what I do. So stick around. I also heal families. I also heal relationships. This material touches all areas of life. No matter what's going on in your world, this material will change your life. All right, as I said, just kind of esoteric nature, hippy-dippy, if you will, but that's okay, because no matter how much you want to avoid that, that's what life freaking is. We are all energy. We are frequency. So my first little graph here, I printed this out online. I know it's not coming out super clear for some reason, but anyway, we're just going to go for it. Like I said, if you can get past the somewhat crude nature, the information presented today will change your life. Everything in life is frequency. Everything. There's nothing in existence. You can Google quantum physics / frozen light in the same search bar, and you're going to get thousands of pages that discuss this idea. Everything in existence, and I mean everything. There's nothing, putting on a little chapstick here, there's nothing in existence that is not energy, frequency, vibrating at a different frequency. It's frozen light. It's literally light vibrating at a different frequency. That's the way they describe it. You are a frequency. This is the journey of frequency. We'll go over it here as we go, but you are a frequency. You have a resonant frequency, which means the adding up of from the subcellular level to the cells to the tissues. Tissues are muscles, tendons. Skin is a tissue. So on like that. From the tissues to the organs to the systems, organs, hearts, kidneys, livers, to the systems, the circulatory system, the nervous system, the lymphatic system, the immune system, the endocrine system, all the systems that exist in your being. It starts with the subcellular level, then all those frequencies add up. Like this could be your cellular frequency. This could be your system frequency. This could be your tissue frequency. They all add up to a resonant frequency. You are vibrating at a frequency of light. And if you want to get even more hippy-dippy, it's a frequency of love, which will continue on as we go. You're going to learn more and more and more. That's all you are, is a being of love, a being of light, a being of energy. What I'm trying to do is break it down into the everyday world for you, how this actually works for you. You send out into the world a frequency of energy. You send this out 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, your entire life. You can increase or lower this frequency. You raise it by loving more of the parts of yourself that you have yet to love. You lower it by devaluing yourself, denying parts of yourself. The more that you own parts of yourself, that you increase your frequency, you can change the frequency that goes out into the world, out into the universe, out into life, and life responds in kind and sends back to you at the frequency in which it is that you're vibrating at. Everything that you manifest in your life, everything comes to you in this frequency. I'm going to use pictures as much as I can because my handwriting's horrible. So, we have 7 areas of life. Physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. These are not in any particular order. It's just the order that they stuck in my brain in this order. All right? Physical is obviously your physical body, your physical health. Mental is your mental acuity, your brain, your mind, what you love to read, research, write about, talk about. Spiritual is obviously your spiritual connection to God, the universe, the infinite oneness. Financial is what do you do with the money that you earn. It's not the money that you earn. It's what do you do with the money that you earn. Family is obviously your family. Doesn't necessarily have to be blood. There's lots of people out there who consider many people their family who aren't blood relatives. So, your family circle. Your career. This is what you choose to do to serve the universe, to serve other people, to generate a trade where we trade currently in money. So that's how you generate money, is your career, and then what you do with that money is your financial, and then social, your social circle. Who do you hang out with? What do you talk about when you're hanging out? Social. Physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. One of these areas of life is more important to you than every other area of life. You'll sacrifice everything for it. It's your highest value, your highest area of life. Within that area of life that's your highest, there's a highest value that lives somewhere way out here. And as you continue to go through this course and the rest of the course, seminars and so on that we have available, that's one of the greatest keys, is to discover what is your highest value. Because that highest value is the captain of your life. It's steering the ship of your life. Every decision that you make is to serve that highest value, and ultimately you get way out here. Like there's check marks all the way along the way. You get way out here. This highest value, it runs your life. It absolutely runs your life. You sacrifice everything for it, and you get way out here. It's nothing more than a feeling. It's a void and a value which creates a feeling, and that feeling is the master of your life. It doesn't matter who you are on this planet. That feeling is driving your life. So now, how do these two work together? We resonate at a frequency. We send it out into the universe. The universe responds in kind backwards to us, attracts to us the person, places, things, situations, circumstances, and events of our life that allow us to manifest our life. This highest frequency, our resonant frequency comes out and filters out into life through these 7 areas, where the one that's most important to you to the one that's least important to you, you'll pay most attention to your top 3, whatever they are, number 1, 2, 3. You'll pay the highest attention to your top 3. The bottom 4, you ignore. You don't pay any attention to them until one of those areas catches on fire, and then you need to go put out that fire. Physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. You transmit your frequency out into the world. Through these, it comes back. Now, people come to the seminars, they go through my work for basically what I call the big 3 items: finances, family, and relationships. Those are the big 3 items that people come for. If you are trying to change your finances, and financial is number 7 on your list, and again, this isn't even my list, okay? This is just a random order that was in my brain, in my memory. If you're trying to change your finances, and finances is number 7 on your list, until you reprogram the associations in your mind relative to finances, your finances are never going to change. Never. And I say that word never with certainty. It's never going to change. And if you do happen to get in a place where you get into a career and all of a sudden you earn a bunch more money, well, you're just going to crash it out back down equal to where you financially believe that you're worthy of being, that you have confidence, your confidence level in being. So this frequency, this resonant frequency, what this frequency is, it's our frequency of worthiness, it's our frequency of worth, it's our frequency of confidence. And that frequency goes out into the world, out in life, comes back accordingly. You were given your current level of frequency of confidence, your frequency of energy, your frequency of life. It was given to you by your parents, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, your preachers, your teachers, your coaches, your classmates. In the ages from the time you're born to about 7, 10 years old, your formative years, you were taught who you can be, who you can't be, who you're allowed to be with, who you're not allowed to be with, how much money you're allowed to have, how much money you're not allowed to have. This was programmed into you in those first years. And it is your frequency of life, your frequency of love. You were told who you can, who you cannot be. That frequency of who you were told you can be or can't be is what is generating your life. It's a frequency of confidence. The greater your confidence, the more money you're going to make, the more you're going to manage, in that world, you're just going to increase that style, that life. However, you're probably going to do what most people do, is just pump it into their lifestyle instead of build wealth. So we'll talk about wealth later, but you were programmed to be who you are. It's just the way it is. Every single person on the planet is programmed to be who they are by their past. I talk in conferences, conference calls, Zoom calls, seminars, whatever. It's like you consistently and constantly, you're asking your past permission to build your future. So how that works is, so here's your frequency. This frequency has a median line in it. Okay, every single thing, this is a single wavelength right here, a positive and a negative, one wavelength. Within one wavelength, the positive peak and the negative trough are perfectly balanced all the time, whether we see it or not. I call this the wave of life. Your life actually exists right here in this center. This center space is actually your life. but you typically try to ignore the negative and see the positive, or ignore the positive and see the negative, but they both exist simultaneously at all times in our life, whether we see it or not. So this is this. We live in a world of duality, of complementary opposites. In this particular topic that I was getting ready to talk about here, we create and destroy our life. This is our life frequency line right here, our confidence line, we'll call it. We create and destroy our life 100%, 50-50, so that we maintain on a daily basis, a moment by moment basis, a second by second basis. We are creating and destroying our life according to the confidence level that we believe we're worthy of having, that was given to us by our upbringing, our programming. So as we're journeying through life, we're continually creating, destroying, creating, destroying, creating, destroying, creating, destroying. And if you look back over your life, in all 7 areas of your life, you're going to realize you create and destroy your life according to where you believe you are allowed to live, according to what your upbringing told you that you're allowed to do, allowed to be, allowed to have. You're a being, doing, and having, and every single bit of your be, do, and have is determined by the people from your past that told you what you can and cannot be. So you create and destroy, 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 create and destroy. Every single decision that you make in the journey of your life is to create and destroy your life, manifest it through your 7 areas of life according to your values from your highest to your lowest, and live the frequency line, the confidence line, the energy line of what it is that you believe you are worthy of having. I've said this in my lectures a million times. Not a million times, but pretty much every time I give a lecture, it's hard not to bring this up. You can take out, so old ago, I used to say video camera. Now it's your cell phone, right? You're actually, your phone. I say, no, it's not a phone, it's a camera that I talk to people on. Anyway, you're going to take out your phone. You can video your life for 7 days. For most, won't even take 7 days. But you could video your life, every single moment of your life for 7 days. Go back and watch that video. You are going to see a life lived based on what you believe you are worthy of having, that you are confident, your confidence quotient, your confidence level, that you are allowed to have. How do we know this exists? Well, a couple years ago I heard a line that it's become one of my favorite lines, and that is, money's not everything, but it is what everybody pays attention to. It's like, wow, that's pretty awesome. So think about, over the years, all of the professional athletes, musicians, movie stars, entertainers, lottery winners. Their career takes off like a skyrocket. They start making tons and tons of money throughout their career. This is most prevalent in professional athletes. It's something like 5 years after they retire or when they're done with the sport. That's the average when they're done with the sport. 5 years after, they're back down to where it was that they started before they started sports. So this would be the arc of their sports financially. They're broke. They come along. They earn tons of money. Their career ends here. They end up back down here. Lots of times people will crash back below and then come back up. That happens often. You may even been in a situation in your life where you have made tons of money and then crashed it back out to nothing. You have experienced that, I'm sure, in some level. That is the level of confidence, the level of frequency, the level of energy, that level of worthiness that people believe they're worthy of living. It's your lifeline. It is literally the line of your life. Your lifeline. Go Google it. Broke athletes, broke musicians, broke entertainers, broke movie stars. It's amazing how many people, they live the high life. They're living way beyond where they believe they're worthy of, their confidence level. They crash it down to here. Boom. Move forward. Now, can you change it? Yes. It's kind of like this. In the beginning, your confidence frequency looks like this. Then the more you love the parts of yourself that you haven't loved, it becomes like this, and it gets closer and closer and closer. Your lifeline, the swings become lower and lower and lower, and eventually you end up just bipping, bipping, bipping. You're increasing your confidence level. You're increasing your frequency level as you move along. Each one of these spots, each one of these nodes is a representation of loving more of yourself that you have yet to love. So that would be a wavelength right there. And this would be the next quantum of energy. It's a quantum of frequency. Quantum means a unit of one. So literally quantum physics is studying the infinite oneness of the universe, is what it's studying. Here would be another quantum leap of love, a quantum leap of frequency, a quantum leap of confidence. As you go, this is how life works. The more you are able to love the parts of yourself that you have yet to love, the greater that frequency. That was red. You can't even see that it's red, but it's red. Your frequency of confidence, your frequency of love, your frequency of life is going to increase, and the universe responds in kind. The infinite oneness responds in kind. It now sends to you new people, places, things, circumstances, and events that allow you to create your life at a higher frequency. It's all going to filter through, however, still through your values, through your highest value. What's most important to you to what's least important to you. This right here, this runs your life. It runs your life. What's beautiful about this, and it's magnificent, is it doesn't matter. Does not matter what you create, what level you're playing the game at. Does not matter. The infinite oneness of the Creator, the grand organized design, loves your creation equally to every other creation created on the planet. If you're jealous of people who live in a bigger house than you, I should have got some pictures of houses. Anyway, in a bigger house than you, if you're jealous of those people, you're denying yourself. So you're taking this wave right here, you're seeing them up here, great, grand, and glorious. You're not seeing their negative part, and you're turning away from this positive that you're seeing in them. They're, oh my God, they're so great, grand, and glorious. They're amazing. You're turning your head, looking down away from, saying, I'm not that. I'm not them. I'm not that. I'm not capable of that. So you're denying your own creation. But the amazing thing is, you, in your center point right here, your love of loves, your heart of hearts, your core of core, your center of centers, the center of your being, your core being, you have created and destroyed the same way, equally 50-50, that the people that you're infatuating with, infatuation lives up here, the people that you're infatuating with have created and destroyed their life exactly 50-50 to get where they're at. There's no difference. They're using the exact same magnificence of the universe that you are. They're using this frequency of the universe the same as you are.